had this van started last week for about 20 minutes, but before that it's been about 6 months that it was started. Haven't touched it all week. I wonder whether it will start off its own back. If it does, this is what I want you to do. If I genuine haven't touched this since last week, if I can get it started, I think I deserve a subscribe, deserve a thumbs up, and I deserve you to ring that bell. Stick a comment in if you want. Well done, Alex. Only takes a second. Nothing off your back. You ain't got to get off your sofa. I'm doing all the work, so I reckon that's fair enough. Let's see. Genuine, haven't touched it. I just reconnected the battery. Let's see. Right. If it doesn't start, you can just tune out. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Come on, boy. Come on, baby. Yes! Get it subscribed. Hit that button. Please, subscribe. You ain't got to get off your sofa. Just do it. Come on, let's go. Let's reverse it out of here. I ain't got no wing mirrors. I haven't got no wing mirrors. I need to make sure there's nothing behind me. We're moving and grooving. I'm happy here. I'm happy here. I think we're good here. So it's Dashboard D-Day today. I gave you a little hint last week at the end for any of you who's watched it. Any of you that haven't watched it, put it in the link up here. But I gave you a little hint to say that we'll be working inside the van today. That's what we're going to do. We've got to get that dashboard out because the airbag's gone off on the passenger side. So when it goes off on the passenger side, it rips through. So you're left with that. And that is a new top dash, which is in here, waiting patiently. So that's our job today. Got to get that baby out, get that baby in. Got my new airbag there. I'll just show this actually what's in there. So this is obviously, that's the old airbag, as you can see. Here's a new airbag here, but it's got one extra connector here because this came off of like a multifunctional steering wheel. So I'm just gonna have to, I'll just tape up that end and it'll work fine, but I'll probably upgrade it to a nice steering wheel at some point, nice leather steering wheel. But for now, that's on there. So we're all cleared out now. I don't think we're gonna need many tools with this, but I'm gonna do myself. I spoke to a few people. I'm gonna do myself a favour. I'm gonna take the seats out. I think you've got a much better chance because you can move into the back. I'm gonna take this bottom bulkhead out and take those seats out, and then we've got full rain in the front, which I think will give us the best chance. I don't think we will need many tools. I just got this impact driver, 2 different bit holders, and then I've got T30, T20, T15. I've got this rubber mallet, which I'll probably just smash myself in the face with when it inevitably all goes wrong. So I think there's about 18 screws, and then there's a couple bolts that hold it to the actual firewall. I've got the dash that's going in here, so I'm just gonna, before I start, I'm just gonna take a few pictures. I'm gonna have a little walk around, count up the fixing points, see how many I get to, see if it's about the same. But yeah, I've been told about 18 fixings, and there's a couple of hidden ones, but I forgot where they are. This little bloke, tell you what, he could be the mascot, couldn't he? He is pretty cool. He's cooler than me. He can stay in there. You can stay, pal. Let's get you up here. There you go, look. Check him out. Yeah, boy. Is that going to be all to get these seats out? 7 bolts, I think it was. It's moving. No, there's one there. I think there's one underneath, so it must be 8. You've got one hiding there somewhere. Where are you? Got this plastic cover in here. If we pull that off, if we can. Yeah. culprit. And I think that'll be it. That should just come out. Take these connectors off. That's loose enough for me. Switch is off, we're free. So far so good. Another bloody vape. 8 bolts, 2 T30s and 50 pence. About time I made a bit of money back on this. So passenger side, pretty easy. Driver's side, 4 bolts, 4 16mm bolts, and we should be out. Let's get it going. So far so good. Oh, so I unbolted the seat and I forgot. Still had the handbrake on, so look underneath, you've got a little clip under here. You press that in, you can pull this like so. Actually pull it out. No, push it in. Pull it like so. That pops off and exposes this box underneath. Slide this box off and there's 2 bolts. 1, 2, and then that will release the handbrake from the chair. Is it a 13? Is it a 13? It's a 13. A lot of people ask me, why don't I use socket and ratchet, and I use a instead I use a impact driver where I can, and the answer really is I'm lazy, a bit lazy. And if it's easier with an impact driver, I'm a chippy by trade, so I'm just using that all the time. But I'm not used to using ratchets every day, so if it's easier with an impact driver, just use an impact driver, man. Pull that and pull that. That's it. Minimal amount of fuss if we can. That's gross. And that is not an ad, unless Heinz wanna pay me for an ad. They can pay me for an ad. So the seats are out. We're at a neutral point. We've made good ground, but ironically we haven't even started at the same time. So I think this gives us the best chance now. We've got the dash here, full access, get all the way out the back, got the side doors open, the weather's nice compared to last weekend. Sun's out, it's good. Life's good. We've got an area here where there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of delicates. You've got your handbrake for the van. I don't want a van going forward. There is chocks underneath it, the blocks to stop it rolling. But I don't want to damage anything. You've got delicate little clips and switches and stuff like that. And let's face it, these bolts are screaming out for me to put my knee on them. And we all know if that happens, it's game over. The toy's going to be out the pram and none of this is coming out. So, I've got a little plan. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just try and bridge it, just try and think forward, you know. I might not have a clue what I'm doing inside or outside the van with this mechanics, but I can think logically still, and that's what will get me through. Let's get onto the dash. Trying to put as many fixings straight back on as soon as I take them off, so there's no way of losing them. So when I took that bulkhead off, just put all the bolts back on, took the seats out, put the bolts straight back on, so we know exactly where they go. wiggle it out, pop up the red tab, that releases it inside, and then you pinch the back there, pull the plug out. Jobs are good, and they can all be changed, upgraded, downgraded. Don't know why you would, but they can be as you see fit. So I think I just got basic. I've got a basic system here, but I'll probably upgrade that at some point as well. Upgrade that. You can get digital ones. Mix and match, plug and play. That's the speedometer off, and I'll just show you the back of it. It's the same sort of clip as on the ABS switch, so it's got this orange part goes up like that, and then you plug it in, and as you pull that orange bit down, it'll pull that plug in, and then it clips. See this little blue little nib at the bottom? It'll clip over that like that, and that stops it from coming back out. And it's a nice colour. Like with any of these types of things, by the time you figure out what's going on, you've done it, you don't have to do it again, and then you come around to it again and you've forgotten it all. It's a good job we got these videos. So here is all the parts that we had to take off just to get to the top dash, which is the part that we need to change because of the passenger airbag. Start to see how much plastic there is involved in a dashboard. How many parts. It probably took about 2 hours just to get all this stuff off. I wonder if it takes 2 hours to get back on. Who knows? I started this at 1:30 in the afternoon. Naive? Probably. The main dash. One fixing, off we go. I think we're very close now. Very close to this coming out. It's moving a hell of a lot. Easy. Whoa. So I've just discovered on the top of this new dash we've got a 12 volt connector, which we didn't have on the old one. I just went and had a look, it's just a blanking plate. So we've got 12 volts down here though, so what I'm going to try and do is, obviously that plug will have no socket to go to, so I'm going to try and feed it down the back down to here and then wire it into this so it's all one circuit. But I don't know if I've got enough, cable or not, but if I haven't, I've got tons of cable in the garage, so I'll just join the cables, get it jointed like that. So the steering wheel, it's got to go on last, signifies the end of the job. The day's long since left us, but we persevered, got it done, and I wouldn't say it's been that nightmare that I thought it would be. It's been tricky. I wouldn't say I've enjoyed it, but I haven't despised it, which is what I was anticipating. So that's it, end of part 5. Like, subscribe, ring the bell if you haven't already. See you next week. Ta-da. Try and keep me cool, but I think this one's going to test me.